Graduated high school, went through the career and technical education program in Bellevue, Washington. I did the automotive technical program in the high school. I kind of fell in love with cars, got my AA in there for a 2-year Associates of Applied Science, and got my automotive certificate saying I went through the program. And then I started into some independent repair shops, then went into a few different dealerships, and ultimately decided that I was meant for much more. I got bored trying to grow in just repairing cars. The old adage, the technicians can't stand the engineers and the engineers can't stand the technicians. And I was kind of caught in the middle because I could see both worlds. And somewhere in the middle of all of this, I got this crazy idea to do my own patent, start my own company, and then some working full time, as well as owned my own company and started all these patent endeavors, if you will, as with Greywolf Garage. So we build and fabricate a lot of custom stuff.
What's the name of the company?
Greywolf Garage. We take old cars and make them modern with custom wiring harnesses, adopting computer technology. I'm very tightly tied to the land speed racing stuff down in Bonneville, which is all ground up custom builds, pushing the limits of aerodynamics and speed. The standalone engine management that you can remote tune, remote control, remote view, as well as set up geofencing that's tailored into the technology. Your tuner can tell the techs what they're going to need to look at on the car. Do we need to tear the motor down? What cylinders do we need to pay attention to? Settings that we can implement after this run because we saw a potential failure coming up. So we add a safety in there to kill the motor before it's even going to blow itself up. The one that really drove me was the safety aspect, right? I've got a lot of friends that run rally racing, and there's a lot of wrecks. I can actually geofence the entire course when they're doing their practice run, and then I can put an offset, say, of 10 feet on either side of that race line that they took. And if they go past that geofence for longer than a couple of seconds, I can automatically have it update our, race officials, EMTs, and say, hey, the car went off at this exact coordinate.
Was this your first time going through the patent process on your own?
Yeah. So I had just kind of advised on some of the technological aspects of the hydrogen stuff, by being asked questions by patent lawyers, but I had never laid everything out and given the details and been asked the hard questions, right? I had a little bit more time because there was the work at home ordinance, but on the flip side, it didn't bring me any revenue. Everything was from my primary day job that was paying for all the, the lawyer bills and the patent filing, fees. And so in that sense, it made it way harder. There were days where there was a lot of lows. It was like, man, I don't know how I'm going to pay for this bills. And the lows were definitely the money side of it, how I was going to pay for it, and then not really understanding what a rejection meant at first, right? And to say that I have a patent that's in the US, and to say that I have a patent, that's actually getting looked at in a couple other countries as well, the same patent. I mean, that brings a great, tremendous amount of pride and really gives me a sense of accomplishment like not many accomplishments I've had in my life. I would advise someone to look at the complete picture as best as you can. Talk to as many people in the industry that you're going into for developing your patent for technology, not just the technical side of it, but the sales side of it. I would talk to as many patent people as you can. if you can find patent offices, I believe your office does this, where you can get an hour discussion with someone just to really understand what the process is, kind of how it starts, costs, ask those people as many details as you can so that you really understand. If I was to lay it out alphabetically, where if Z was my end goal, that's I'm at market, I've got patents, understand where that truly is before you even start going down A and B, C, D, E. It's going to save you a tremendous amount of headache. You talked about highs and lows. It's going to get rid of a lot of your lows. It's going to give you a lot more highs, and it's going to give you a checklist and a roadmap